I think we just shied away from the principles that we were going by in the first 35 minutes of the game. We just kind of let some mental lapse happen, which we can't let happen, but it happened, and, yeah, they took advantage of it.
You had still 19 points, 8 of 17 from the field. Do you feel pretty good out there? I mean, they have some long athletes that can make it tough to kind of get the team to finish, but you did a pretty good job of that. Did you feel pretty comfortable enough?
Yeah, I felt comfortable. It still didn't end up how I wanted to end up, but.
I'm good. Thank you.
Thank you.
Iyana.
Thank you.
Appreciate it.
You know, it's so hard because we had the game, like we just had to keep doing what we were doing, and we stopped doing that. We stopped rotating on defense. We had made it really hard for that kid I mean, she got some things in the first half, but I thought we made it more difficult. We were digging on her. We were turning them over. They ran the same play the entire second half, and we just stopped rotating and digging when the game was on the line. And obviously that cannot happen. That cannot happen. And you can't win a game if that's what happens. So it was disappointing in that I thought, for the larger portion of the game, we were the better team and that we outworked them and that we, were able to do the things we wanted to do on defense and convert. Although our offense, we struggled at times, we were able to figure some things out and score, attack and score. And I think everybody, it's no secret, knows that our turnovers and the forcing turnovers is what we kind of rely on to give us a lot of offense. So when you force 27 turnovers and you only get 16 points off of that, it's hard. We've got to convert more on that. I thought we missed some wide open shots that we normally make. I thought, there was a couple possessions, and it doesn't, when you think about it in the big scheme of things, I believe that the last 5 minutes of the fourth quarter is what's easy to focus on. But I remember in the first half, we kicked the ball out of bounds twice on wide open layups. Those kind of things for the team that we have cannot happen. We have to capitalize. We can't make mistakes like that. Our team knows and understands that. The only thing to do is to keep working at it and getting better, because we will be in this position again. And we have to execute better. We have to do things when it's time to do it, when it's really hard. And I was telling the team earlier before the game started about the importance of consistency, right? And how it's so easy to just make a choice every day to not do something because you don't feel like it that day, or to make a choice to do something because it's well, it won't affect me today. And I gave the analogy of me eating a candy bar every day, right? I eat a candy bar or two every day. You may not notice, or I won't. I make that choice. This is what I want to do today. You might not notice today, tomorrow, next week, next month, but by the end of the year, you will definitely know that I've been eating 2 candy bars every day, right? The results after a long period of time, that's what you have to look towards. It's a long game. So when you create consistent habits that are really good, that you may not get the results today, tomorrow that you want, but you're creating those habits. So in the end, you have no choice but to get that result, because that is who you become. So that's how we're doing this here. We're trying to become something better. And so it is frustrating in those big moments where it's we're doing these things, we're making these choices for 35 minutes, and then we stop. It's it just stinks. But for us, for me, as the leader of this team, all that means to me is that I have to go back to the drawing board with them every practice, every moment that I have to spend with them, and keep showing them this is what you do. Keep demanding this is how we do it. This is how we make those small changes that will end in big results for us. And there's no other way to do it. So we won't stop. We're not going to stop. Obviously, so disappointed on our home floor, a game I thought we had. But we didn't get it, and now we have to turn around and get better so that we can get one at home on Thursday.
You talked about consistency, and Brene Alexander's been super, super consistent for you guys, all season. Only 6 today. What did Ole Miss do really that kind of mitigated some of that on offense for you guys?
Credit to them. They pressed us and they played a kind of pressure defense that we knew they were going to come in and play. So it wasn't anything that we hadn't seen or knew that they were going to do. But I think it can be difficult when a player is used to shooting the ball however many times she shoots at a game, and has a tougher time getting her shot. And that just is what it is. So we have to learn how to continue to work through that. And then one of the things that we've talked about with Brene all year is making sure that even if you don't touch the ball or get a shot, that you have a positive impact on the game. And the best players I've ever coached in my entire career or played with were everyone knew they were on the best player on the floor without scoring a point. Everybody knew it. They're screening, they're defending, they're rebounding, they're blocking shots, they're taking charges. Their energy, their effort, all the things like that, that's the man right there. I know they haven't, but just wait, because she's making everybody else on the floor better. And those are what, when you talk about championship culture and championship teams, that's how they're built, with people like that. So it doesn't matter who shoots and who scores. Everybody, we're just going to have to figure out today. It might not be me, it might be you. It might not be Brene, it might be Iyana. It might not be either one of them. It might be Sasha if she can stay out of foul trouble. But, you know, those are kinds of things that, you know, over the long run, you just kind of have to learn with this team. It's baptism by fire, and this is Brene's first full season. So there's a lot of other things that we're working through, but it's all part of the learning process. And as I've told you guys before, you can't skip steps, and hopefully today will make her a better player. Today will make her a better player, because I know she's frustrated as well. Frustration you have to turn into something positive. You have to learn from this and get better as a team and as individuals if we don't want it to happen again.
And then Iyana Chambers played 25 plus tonight, came up with 5 steals, 5 boards. What kind of have you seen from her that's led to that influx of minutes? Was it mainly foul trouble, or have you seen a little bit more from her lately?
It wasn't foul trouble. She earned it. Luckily, because we needed her to play 25 minutes today. But exactly what I was just telling you about with the championship culture and people bringing the right kind of energy and effort, Iyana just wants to do whatever we ask her to do to help us win the game. And she practices like that. She has been, especially recently. And I know she's spent a lot of time with our post coaches working on her game, working on understanding our offense, where she needs to be, our defense, so that she's put herself in position to come in and impact the game the way she did today. This was not a anomaly. Ya's been building up to this moment over the past couple of weeks. And today, we needed her to do this, and she did. And so hopefully this will be a big boost of confidence. We certainly could use her as another player that we can rely on down the stretch. So I'm extremely happy for Ya. This was a big bright spot today, was the minutes that she gave us.
Awesome. That's all I got. Thank you, Coach.
Thank you so much, Justin.